KC and I was talking about this earlier. She couldn't get into it. She said she couldn't get into it.
Can't.
I'm gonna explain the basis of Dune to see if this can get you going.
No clearance.
This weekend, Dune Part 2 finally dropped after being delayed and, waiting 3 years for the continuation of the story of the first movie. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit was a hit, bro. That shit was fire. That shit, that shit made me want to stand up in the seat and be like, "Let's fucking go!" Like that movie was good. Now I get why a lot of people are probably apprehensive of seeing it because like the first one, for some reason I remembered it was like slow and boring. But then when I rewatched it
was all build up.
Yeah, because it's all build up. But when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, this actually isn't as bad as like boring or as I remembered. So I was like, okay, it made me more excited for the second one to come out. Cause I was like, oh shit, this is actually like if you sit down and like pay attention, you're like, oh shit, I'm excited for this next half. And let me tell you right now, Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, Florence Pugh, and Austin Butler, the four of them the new movie stars. I'll tell you that right now. The main four cast of the movie, they fucking Zendaya was a bad bitch in that movie. And I just thought it was I thought it was a good movie.
Right,
it was literally like just beautiful to watch. Like it was just like
right.
The shit that the director did, Denis Villeneuve, he fucking that
come on,
right? I know the names. I was talking about doing my research. But yeah, I just think like the movie like it's just like you're in awe of how everything looks. Like he was saying something like he doesn't like dialogue in movies. He's like, you go to the movie theaters to see like be entertained by the screen, by the images. And like he really when he says that, he really means that shit. Cause like you're watching this shit like, yo, how the fuck did they do like it just like the whole movie in itself is just filmed beautifully. It's a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Now KC and I was talking about this earlier, she couldn't get into it. She said she couldn't get into it.
Can't.
I'm gonna explain the basis of Dune to see if this can get you going. All right. So basically, Dune takes place in like this future universe is like 10,000 years in the future, and it's at a time in like the universe where like we've evolved past using computers to the point where like,
ooh, come on,
right to the point where like we just have like human computers, like they just do the shit in their own head and it's spit it out, right? So this is the world we're living in, and there's an emperor of all the galaxy, and there's this planet called Arrakis. It's the Dune because it's a desert planet, right? And they get spice from there, and they use the spice from the planet to space travel, and it gets you high and shit. It's basically like just drugs, like, and it makes you able to like space travel super fast and shit, right? Gives you powers and shit too, right? So like this one family is in charge of it, right? And they're evil. And the emperor basically goes, you guys ain't running it no more, get out, and gives it to the other family, the family of the main character, Paul Atreides, right? So then they bring his family into the Dune, and then the Harkonnens are pissed, and the emperor does this because he wants them to fight because the House of Atreides has just gotten too noble and too powerful, and he's jealous. And like madness ensues because of that one thing. Because basically over drugs. It's basically like space of drugs. Like that goes in space. The way I explained it. But it's really good. Like it's a vast story, and it's like the main character, he's like supposedly the Messiah. It's
space, and I do
really good, really good movie.
Dude, from what I read for the first movie, right? Star Wars is heavily influenced by Dune. Dune was kind of like the first the first major sci-fi thing that like created its own world. It's got books.
Also, Dune was before Star Wars.
The book came out like 1966.
George Lucas.
And then Star Wars came out in 77.
There's a whole world for it. George Lucas was heavily inspired by Dune.
Watching the movie, you see it.
It's a very interesting.
If you know Star Wars, you're watching the movie, you see it. Like It's not exactly the same, but like you see it.
But you can make the
even the writer even said, I don't know whether I should sue George Lucas or not because I like Star Wars. But like, so like you can see it though. It's like it's not clear, but like it's subtle. But yeah, I think the movie was fucking spectacular. The twist there's a twist at the end. You don't even see it coming. You're like, what the fuck? It's a good movie. Action packed, way more action packed than the first one. I'm like selling the movie to you, Casey. I'm trying.
I don't know.
No, I'm really. Convinced. You said Narcos in space, and
kinda the way I explained it felt like that. But yeah,
to me, it felt like
was good. It was a
I also forgot that on this planet
like...
Arrakis, there's original people, the Fremen, and that's a whole factor into the universe of Dune too. That's where Zendaya's from. That's where her character is.
To me, it felt like a story of white people trying to invade Africa.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. White savior, white savior shit and everything. Very much
because
so.
Okay.
Dune, like you said, Dune has this major resource that everyone is trying to use, and it's like whoever controls that is kind of like them niggas
trying to exploit.
And there's also this group of witches in the background in control of everything.
Shit, there's
and they planted the seeds into the native people of the Dune planet, the Fremen, that the main character, Paul Atreides, is the Messiah. So like for generations, they're saying the Messiah is coming, the Messiah is coming, the Messiah is coming. And then they start planting the seeds because they're in the shadows whispering in everyone's ears and spreading their religion. So the main character, the whole question of this whole movie is like, is he the Messiah? Like, is he the one to come to save the Fremen and this and that? And
the main character, he also has this power.
Yeah, he has the power of the witches
because his mama was a witch. The nigga can tell anybody what to do.
So the witches.
The nigga can tell anybody what to do if he says it at a certain pitch.
They'd be like, shut up, sit down. It's like, I'm dead ass.
Literally, let us go.
It's super cool, as we explain more.
Oh, okay. You know what?
The witches are bad bitches
I think I'm gonna
too.
watch the first one, and then
and they're like low key. The witches are low key in everything is because of them.
Yeah, the first Dune is on HBO.
It's on HBO.
It's on Max.
HBO Max.
If you want to check it out.
Okay.
It is different watching it in the theater, like sound wise. It's a lot of it real.
Yeah, and that's a given. That's a given.
But I think you should check it out.